This video is brought to you by Skins.Cash, place where you can turn your PUBG skins into real money in matter of few minutes. All what you need to do is just sign in with Steam, pick the item, pick the cash out options, and without filling any forms or sharing personal data, you can have your money in matter of minutes. Hey guys, so in this video we're gonna talk about playing aggressively on first-person servers and just playing on first-person servers in general. Then later on I'll give you some advanced tips which are really nice. Yeah, so the first thing which people forget when they are playing first-person server, that yeah, your vision is obscured because you cannot look from the third-person camera, but your enemy's vision is obscured as well. They cannot see more than you. They have to peek as well to gain information. So a lot of people forget about that and they are just afraid of peeking. Don't be afraid, play aggressive. They got the same shitty vision as you, man. And the other thing is steps and noises in general, reloads and things like that. That's something what you're supposed to hear. If your game is not loud enough to hear that, you need to just put up your volume. And you can use it in two ways. Like in this situation, I just kind of baited the guy, which started shooting at me in here. So I pretended I'm pushing the stairs, and then I took the off angle and just pre-aimed so I could take easy kill. And he was probably just pre-aiming the stairs and tried to shoot me down. In this situation as well, I was just listening to the steps and I managed to get information that someone is under me and pushing some sort of area. And of course, with my luck, I had to get myself a vehicle since the circle popped on military island, and that's the best thing which can happen when you start on the school. And yeah, someone tried to stall it. Like, I didn't even manage to loot the guy and he was already jumping into my car. Like, come on, man. So next thing which I had to do, I just drove it to the water and just swam to the military island. And after arriving, the first thing I do when I get into that surf area, which is you know, kind of open, I'm trying to get as fast as possible to potential cover like trees and, you know, high ground, just using terrain. And then I'm gonna run around for a while from side to side in, let's say, like 200 meters square, so I can get as much information as possible. And as you can see, I just jump around so I get more information. I'm not afraid because it is not third-person server. They getting as much information as you by just peeking. If you're not gonna peek and you're not gonna run around and, you know, just take that risk that you might get shot at, you're not gonna have enough information to actually play properly. So yeah, this guy was goddamn ballerina. Like, I couldn't get him. He's dancing better than Patrick Swayze, man. Anyways, yeah, he managed to escape, but by shooting aggressively like this, and I focused on this guy way too much, which is another thing which you should do. You should not focus on one player as much as I did in here. I got shot from the side because the guy heard shots, so he just pushed at me, and I was lucky to kind of survive that. You see, while I was shooting the other guy, this picked. But you can, if you'll ignore the those sounds which like whooshes and cracks or whatever is when the bullets are like next to you, you can tell really easily where the enemy is. And so what I'm doing now is I'm still looking for the first guy which I was shooting at, so I know his position. And simply by his steps, I was able to tell that he's pushing, so I was able to react in time and just take him down. So even though I took that guy, I was keep track of this guy. I managed to get one shot in dead on him. And still, if you play like aggressively and you're going for kills, what I recommend is honestly do not focus on one guy. Try to, even when you fighting with one, keep you know, looking around after every single time you hiding behind the cover. Do this like I don't know, 360 around. Just make sure that no one is preparing for a push at you or something. And reposition a lot like I do now. On the first person servers, repositioning is a key. And you see what I'm doing in here? I'm shooting at the other guy, even though I know that I got a guy in here on the right side. Because if that guy will spot me, but he didn't even try, he panicked as damn. But my plan was to get his attention, and then I would be able to hide behind the cover and expose this guy, which decided to push. And I saw this vehicle stopping in there, so I knew that I have to take the fight while he's not seeing me. And luckily I managed to get a kill before dying. And yeah, we got 3 players. Although it didn't go as I planned. I wanted to just bait the other guy at this player which is pushing me, so he would get shot at least a few times and would be forced to push at me. Well, it turns differently, so I got like 3 kills. But yeah, that's really nice way of kind of using enemies to help you. And as you can see in there, which is kind of important, and I will let you know why, in my backpack I got a suppressor for sniping rifle and cheek pad, and I was so looking for that. I wanted sniping rifle so badly in here. So keep that in mind, and you will understand my choices later on. Yeah, I'm trying to keep boosts as high as possible, since I don't have a lot of space in my backpack, and I know that there will be a lot of people pushing from the water. Not many people is pushing through the bridges nowadays, so there will be a lot of swimmers and boats. So I was desperately looking for more meds, and just for some sniping rifles. I wanted that car so badly. But suddenly none of those guys had it. But then all of a sudden, when I was looting in here, I actually get shot from the car. So I quickly reposition because I realized that he's shooting from the water, start healing, and yeah, and I really wanted that car, so I just decided I'm gonna take a fight in here. And some people might think that what I did in here is like noobish, and why you're trying to, you know, tell people how they should play or whatever if you play like this. Because what I did in here, I kind of picked the guy which got a car, and I stood still. If you will see in a second, I was standing still, and that some people might say that is a noob play, but I will let you look once more at that what I did. Look at my health. I got my first aid first, and then right after I got first tick, which is 2 HP. So I waited for a next tick in here, which will give me next 2 HP, and I'm boosting already to get my boost bar up to the 4, and I will wait for one more tick, which is 4 HP. Altogether is 8 plus 75 is 83, and car to the head is giving you 81 HP. Which in this case I will just survive headshot from the car with level 3 helmet. So that was my kind of plan to bait him out. And in here, in that time when I finished off the other guy, this guy started shooting at me, so I had to deal with that guy as well. And I really often, when I'm getting like first 2 shots, I'm really often running away and just hiding behind the cover. I know that a lot of people is dedicating to the fight, and I don't know, I just decide, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable to go for like full-on fight when we exchanging shots like this. I prefer to just hide and play more safe, use more meds. So yeah, I finally managed to get that guy, and I was so hyped. And that was my mistake. I was so hyped for that car 98, which was in there far away. And I had 1 minute 30 seconds, and circle was something of 500 meters away from me. So I would be able to run to the circle easily in that time. Even if I would encounter at least one enemy or something, I should have enough time to get into the circle. Although I decided to go for that car, and I actually saw that crate twice in there on the left side, but somehow I missed it but when I was playing the game, and I was struggling to find it. So I lost a lot of time, which was kind of important for me. So that's something what I did. Like, I played really badly in here, and I spent so much time on just trying to get that loot. I should just push in there. Anyways, well, next time maybe I'll play better, but this kind of forces me to loot quickly, and even though I will manage to get that car and enough space for it, I'm gonna be forced to use vehicle which was left in there, that dacha, and that is not good thing to do, especially when you are like in that small circles, and that's really big problem when you're using vehicles and the terrain is like, on the other side of the street in there on military. Most of you knows that there's like a lot of really high hills, and with recent patches vehicles are not really dealing, especially dacha is not really dealing well with high hills. So you're gonna slow down even sometimes to like 40 or 60, meaning that I have to get into the circle and get rid of it in here really fast and just start walking. My problem and the biggest mistake is what I did in here is the way I kind of parked it and where I stopped it. That's what lost me the game. When you park your vehicle, you want to have it as close to the cover. That was the stupidest misplay ever I did in here, and I just stopped my vehicle so far from whichever cover. I just get wrecked by the guy. He didn't even struggle. Like I had nothing to hide behind, so that was my fault. So I hope you guys liked that video and learned something from it. Well, maybe I didn't win, but I decided that this video might give you kind of good look at the way how you can play aggressively and keep track of a lot of enemies in the same time. So thank you very much guys for watching, and like always, see you guys on the next one.